And we are back from the break. Time to see what Maruzo decides to do to Finn. So, Lafdul, keep rolling initiative just in case, because there is always a chance that he will decide to do something else and still try to come after you. But you are running away. What's the 1d6 for?
Hey, it's poison. That's from Finn. I rolled a 1d10 plus 3.
No, I see a d6 in your color that rolled at the same time. That's weird. Probably just roll 20 things. All right.
Looks right.
I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you want me to re-roll? Or
No. It was
it's-
just weird. It rolled a d10 and a d6. I think it's just a roll 20 thing. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, magically induced fear is so much fun.
It is. It is. All right. Okay. Well, Finn, you are up first. Still in snake form?
Not anymore.
Oh, you're changing?
Changing to a hawk and flying straight up.
Okay. All right. Lafdul, you're continuing to run away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Finn, as you're changing forms and you begin to fly up, Maruzo holds his hands out in front of him, fanning them out, utters some quick words, and I need a saving throw versus spell from you.
Is this fire-based?
It is fire-based.
Well then.
Sheet of flames washes over you.
Okay, then I
Burn
get
hands.
a +8 to my roll. The normal +2 and then an additional +6.
Wow, what's all that from?
As a druid, I naturally get +2 versus fire, and then the what is it? The fire resistance jewel
Yeah,
thing
the
there
pearl.
gives me an additional +4. The pearl.
Right. So, where's the other +2 coming from then?
Cloak of protection and ring of protection.
Gotcha. Okay. Also, that was 200. That was a D206.
I think the macro broke. All right. Well, we know my target's an 11 here. So 11 minus 8 is a 3.
Okay, that's a success. All right, so you will take. That is going to be.
Was it halved or quartered for the pearl?
You take -2 per die, I believe. And then it's.
I thought it was halved.
Let me double check.
Let's see. I got my notes on it here somewhere.
-2 per die.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you take 11 points of
Yes.
damage.
Okay, then.
You're now a flaming hawk.
Okay. Lafdul, he did not try to chase after you, so you have succeeded in getting away.
How long? Am I feared?
Time remaining, and I'll let you know when that's.
All right, so I don't need to keep rolling, basically.
No, you don't need to keep rolling. Just set yourself to 99 for now. But Finn, you are flying straight up, and this will determine, whether he tries to come after you or something like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out of his range as fast as possible now.
Yep. So... Okay. Alright. So go ahead and roll initiative. This is a pretty good roll. It's a pretty good roll.
Not as good as it gets.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
you're
as a
just
hawk
flying
apple.
straight up, kind of thing.
Up and away, just trying to get out of his range.
Okay. So he's shouting some magical words, but with your having one initiative over him, you get out of his range before he can get his spell off. So whatever it was, you're not sure, but you did get out of his range. And what are you planning to do, Finn? Since Lafdul's still running.
Well, I can't figure out where Lafdul has gone because he's invisible.
He's still holding the dagger.
True, and I do have a hawk's eyesight right now, so maybe I'll try to fly in that general direction.
Okay. Okay, and Lafdul, you are continuing to run for a few more minutes.
It's just a floating dagger going through your town.
Yeah, so you would probably end up, over by the temple district by the time you come back to your senses. You're heaving for breath, and Finn, give me an intelligence check at half your score to see if you were able to spot him.
I think I was going by instinct. I go to the Elven Forest. That's where I'd feel safe.
You're going as far away as possible. And given the shape of Bral, you can't double back. Okay, the 20 is definitely...
except it's not him.
Oh, yeah, you followed another floating dagger. So given the shape of Bral, you would know that, going into the high city, with all the mansions and stuff like that, there aren't as many people there and stuff like that. So you would be sticking with, turning up Clipper Street and going through the Great Market and everything like that. Just trying to move as far away from him as possible. Finn, you would not be able to follow him. So what would both of you be doing when you realize, Finn, when you realize that you can't see Lafdul, what would you do?
Well, probably the ultimate contingency plan is for us to meet back at the ship, so...
Okay, and Lafdul?
Yeah, probably eventually after healing myself.
Okay.
And sheathing a dagger so I'm no longer visible.
I'll make sure to fly out of sight to the ship, though.
Alright. Okay, so you guys will get back to the ship. Leva and I think basically everyone else would be there at this point. Still a little scared, so.
Yeah, Braxon would be there.
I'm not bleeding anymore. That's what I was mainly concerned about.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got more healing, but I'll wait for now.
By the way, Finn, if you want to try for a different type of poison, there are other types of venomous snakes that you could go for, and I would do a new roll to see what it would be, and just ignoring the one that you already have in the future.
Do I have a bullet still embedded into me, so I try and get the bullet out?
No, it would pass through you.
Oh.
It's basically a flesh wound.
Alright, I've sealed the hole, I guess.
You've healed it up.
Alright, I head back to the ship.
Okay.
looking at the dagger, paranoid slightly.
Oh, right. I was going to send you that, and I forgot.
So it's not like a curse dagger that just that doesn't react well to a chaotic neutral person.
I mean, it might be curse. You don't know. So it's got a silver hilt with a pearl on the pommel.
Mm-hmm.
It's a high quality dagger beyond that. Okay, let me.
Does it look tarnished at all? Is it like take an educated guess? It'd probably be magical. Judging by
that
the
is
fact
entirely
that
up to you.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for rust. Magical stuff doesn't rust, so.
No, it is most definitely well cared for.
All right.
There you go. Okay. So you guys get back to the ship. Everyone else is already there, so you can share what you've discovered and what happened. Ockar would have already told the rest of the party that he made the request, and they'll let you guys know.
So Lafdul's like hyperventilating. He's like that. I found Merit, so he almost killed me. I hope Finn got away. I don't know if he did. Did he?
Finn would have gotten back there.
Would've-
Finn would
I
have
was
gotten
gonna say, I
back to the
probably would
ship.
have beaten you back.
Yeah.
It's good to see you. It's like, I have a souvenir. It's wave his dagger. Almost cost me my life, though.
Braxon will get Lafdul some alcohol and help him sit down and stuff.
So, yeah, we were presented with, well, a unique opportunity, and I know Finn can track things, so I found something for him to track, I guess. But he can also track us, I suppose, in reverse. But I'm wearing an amulet that hopefully will protect me from such tracking. Or at least displace it.
Well, I think he knows who we are anyway, doesn't he?
If you hold on to the dagger, then the amulet will protect against most forms of divination.
Yeah. It should be good.
Does that dagger do anything that will hurt you?
Oh, let's put it on the slate and find out.
Well,
That's
keep
a
in
good
mind
idea.
that if it's on the slate, he could, if he's casting a spell to find its location.
Lava, do you have a detect scrying spell?
Yes. She's casting that.
He already knows who we are.
Yeah, I know he is, but it's always a
he's-
good idea to know.
Well, but keep
We
in
need-
mind that Finn wasn't with you when you first encountered Marzo years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he doesn't necessarily know anything about Finn's abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, he might have done some research and stuff like that. You have no control over that, but he has not. He doesn't have that much first-hand knowledge about that. And Lafdul was invisible.
Yeah, it's not like some bloke's been going to all the pubs singing songs about us for the last week.
Mm. Yeah, Leva casts detect scrying.
Okay.
In fact,
Does it work as intended?
I'm getting my.
we will find
shard up.
out. She
Nice
makes
to know where.
you fall in love. She makes you fall in love with Maruto. How about that?
Actually, you're the target of detect scrying, so.
Hmm?
You cast it on yourself.
Hey, you make yourself more vain. You just love yourself.
Yes, it is successful.
Okay.
Okay, so you cast that. Lafdul, are you going to hold on to the dagger, or are you actually putting it down, or something like that?
Aren't you going to give it to Finn? So he can smell it?
Well, yeah, I guess.
The longer you have it in your hands, the more
Well-
your smell will overpower his.
Well, the tracking spell doesn't work that way.
Okay.
It uses psychic impressions.
Yeah.
All right. Just make
Um,
certain you don't need to follow Lafdul in the end. Yeah.
I tried
Also,
that once.
it got a lot of Lafdul sweat on it already.
Okay.
Yeah, I place it on the slate.
Okay. It does indicate that it is magical. It does not give you any pluses or anything like that, though.
Oh, it doesn't tell me what it. I need an. Alright. Well, it's magical.
Well,
Does
we
it
can
give
do
me anything?
We can try. We can cast identify. We can identify it.
The more you do things to claim it as your own, the fewer psychic impressions it will have of its earlier owner.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna let Finn do his thing.
Okay.
But this isn't the same assumption that he doesn't have the spell today. It'll be the next day.
I actually do have the spell today, but
Oh.
do we want to try going after him today?
Well, he used up spells against us.
Well, that's a group decision.
I mean, I only took a couple of flash wounds. I've been injured a bit, healed myself up a bit, but I don't have like all the healing spells in the world.
Let me see what the spell actually does, so we can
Okay.
get an idea what we'd have to do.
So, what's our plan if we get him? Are we gonna grab him and try and pass him over to the watch?
To be honest, I'd rather just kill him because it's too much of a risk to contain him.
Yeah, I don't know if the watch could keep a hold of him.
You would have to take him to the wizards and say,
Leva
the
would like to
priests.
interrogate him.
So we'd have to go back to somewhere I knew where he was to start.
Generally
Seems.
speaking, when you knock someone out, they lose a spell. So
So we have that dagger, right?
yeah,
Are we able to use that to track him down?
we're seeing if Finn can.
So
Yeah, that's
for
what's
out of
on.
character knowledge, I would get 11 turns that I can track him.
What's the spell again, Finn?
Tracking.
It's under divination, but he changed it to animal.
Pre-spell compendium, volume 3, page 77.
Okay. I just want to read it myself. You can go. You guys can discuss as at your heart's content.
I mean, if the spell works and we're able to track him down, I mean,
I say strike with the iron's heart, even
yeah,
because
let's
he
go
doesn't
after him.
have time to get reinforcements.
Yeah, I say we go after him.
I'll be able to pick up the trail
Mhm.
for up to 20 days, according to the spell description. So
I say we go after
I
him.
think
You
he
have
might
spell
just.
trap.
Yeah, I agree.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
But
we get him.
Let's be careful if we have to break into a place.
So here is one problem with tracking. A teleport or something similar to that would break the trail.
right.
We would know he teleported, though, at very least.
That's
Don't
true.
Rule it out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if if you're following the trail and it just suddenly ends and there's no obvious like a reason for it to do so, then yeah, you could conclude that that he teleported away.
And within the
He
duration
either
of the spell,
teleported or he went ethereal or something.
Yeah.
and within the duration of the spell, I could pick it up again if we cross it again.
Yeah, you could start. You could basically start sweeping through the city kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to do it, we'll do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So,
I'm all
so
for it.
Finn, is this your one and only chance to track him?
No, I can cast the spell again tomorrow.
Okay.
I can
Yeah.
pick up to 2 days per level of
Oh.
psychic tracks.
Sounds good then. So we go after him, and if he gets away, we can go after him again.
Let's do it.
That's the
Alright.
point when my polymorph ends. I can end it to get healing.
Before we go, is there anything we can do to stop him getting on our ship and stealing back his spellbook?
He would have to go for a load of guards.
I know, but
Which-
do we have it locked away somewhere where it's protected?
In the library, where the spellcasters keep all this stuff. I mean, I was going to start putting walls up on our room now that we're back on a ship, but we kind of had stuff to do.
Do you have anything like a chest that's still warded?
Yeah, I have my one. I can keep like some things in there, but I can't keep all the spellbooks in there.
No. I don't care about the other spellbooks. His spellbook. He can use his spellbook. Can we put his spellbook in your chest until we can arrange for wards and stuff?
Well, Leather, do you have any room in your bag of holding? Could you not keep them in there?
Yes.
If
How
it's in
heavy
a
are they?
if it's in a bag of holding, he can get hold of the bag of holding.
Yeah, but that implies that he's already won at that point once he's got hold of the bag of holding.
No, I'm just saying if we put it in your chest, he can't get into your chest.
We can
without getting
He's a
through the
wizard.
Yeah, but he needs to use the protections on your chest to get into your chest.
Well, it's magically trapped and physically trapped, and it is priest locked, and it has a master lock. So it's got 4 mechanisms. But
yeah, so
it hasn't stopped starting someone before.
Can we quickly go do that and then go after him and see if we can kill this guy?
I don't imagine I can store more than like a handful of books. How many books can I fit in?
We'll take something else out if you need to.
How big is the chest?
Wow. What?
How big is the chest?
Well, it's a safe. It had a master lock. I paid a fortune for it, like 1,000.
Did you write down how big the safe was?
Because there was never any information for that.
Okay. How big would you say the safe? Like, thinking back to when you got it. Hold on. Thinking back to when you got it, how big would you have expected to have gotten the safe? Like a small safe for storing valuables, or a large, like, multi-foot cube safe?
I'm saying I don't think it'd be that big. It'd be incredibly thick and dense, so it would be like small.
Okay, then you probably can't
store
all of those. Like, you might be able to store one of the spell books, like at an angle, but not all of them like stacked up in the safe.
I think I would have gotten it big enough to get books, but I don't know about spell books.
Spell books are pretty big, generally.
Yeah.
I mean, books come in all sizes, but spell books generally are large tomes. I mean, they're like 10 pounds.
I think it's just a chance we take Braxon if we're going after him.
Okay, if you don't have the room for it, that's fine. Fair enough.
Well, no, I'm not trying to discount what you
Right, but I mean, if you don't have the space, you don't have the space. Like,
yeah,
you need to. If you still want to put him somewhere, you need to think of somewhere else to put him.
Maybe we've overlooked something. I cast idea. In general, about this whole situation.
Are you looking for a way to store the spellbooks? Are you trying for an idea about that?
Sure, since we're on this relevant thing.
Okay. Don't you have something in your storage room on the ship?
Yeah, it's a strong box, but it's not magic.
Okay, it's just
it would be magically warded, but
strong box wouldn't be large enough. You basically need something that would be considered a chest.
Are we allowed to ask Solas to guard them?
No, because Solas is Schrodinger's Solas right now. He is here and not here at the same time. But not there. He's here, but not here. It's a difference.
Braxon could all set light to the spell books. Okay, I think we're going without doing anything then.
Okay.
I mean, I think Solas was saying he put wards up before me because he wanted to put them on the library and stuff. But I mean, the library's warded at the very least.
Right. with the
I
library
don't know
forwarded-
about wizard locks, but I know he's put glyphs of warding up on because he said he was going to do it for Lever's door, and she said yes at the time. So the
Yeah.
library, her room, his room, at the very least.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
Alright.
his door,
Yes.
Leva's door, and the library door is what he sent me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So far.
So there's some level of protection.
And at some point, I do need to put priest locks on because priest locks allow anyone to open it as long as they know the word, whereas a wizard lock is only wizards, which is slightly different. So, I mean, it's more useful for the ship. I just haven't cast it yet.
Yeah.
I do have it on a scroll.
Yeah, if they put wizard lock on, then Braxon just takes a few planks off the wall to get through to the rooms.
I mean, you're also dealing with a wizard who may have the knock spell, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Or dispel magic, you know.
Or dispel magic, yep.
Yeah.
And that and dispel magic could work on any of your magical protections too, so...
Yeah, and that's why
That's-
I got a physical trap and
Yep.
a physical lock as well as a magical lock and a magical trap.
That's true.
Just to be ultra paranoid.
Like Leva mentioned to Old before, she is going to cast avoidance on every one of her private things.
Okay.
Your pillow, your...
Hello?
I'm waiting for you guys.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to
yeah.
go.
It does help when someone kind of takes leadership roles.
Okay. So does anyone want Leva cast avoidance on their things as well? So that
Uh,
would
not
just
doing
be
it
an
now.
additional. No, but that could
Yeah,
could
don't
just be an
let's not
additional
worry
level.
let's not worry about things that you can't do right now. That's the question of doing
Yeah.
things right
Okay.
now.
let's go find this guy and punch him in the face.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
okay.
One question before we start. Should I cast the spell here and see if he's been here? Or should we go
Yes.
back to where we knew he was
Here,
and start there?
here.
Oh, I doubt he's been here.
Well, that's exactly why casting it here would make certain instead of doubting.
We're trying to catch him and kill him. So
Yeah, no, I'd
let's-
rather...
let's do the spell where you think he was.
yeah, let's do it where
Today.
it was.
Okay.
And we can do it here tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's a moot point if he has been here.
Yeah.
Because
We'll do it tomorrow to
either
see if
be
he was
evidence of it or...
All right.
Oh.
So
Well,
we'll head.
actually, no. If we find out that he has been here, Lera will be very interested in finding out and figuring out what the hell he did do.
He'd be taking the books if he was here. He isn't going to leave the books
Yeah.
here.
How do you know?
We'll
Because those
check the
were his
books.
spell
So
books.
Let's
Yeah.
let's
That's what he's saying that he would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
let's go kill him, because if we kill him,
All right.
then we don't have to worry about him.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go back to
Until-
that alley by the shop,
Okay.
and I will cast tracking. It takes a round to cast, so
Okay.
Just as an aside, you're talking about killing him. If he's immortal, if we can kill him many times.
We're hoping that he's ageless, not unkillable.
if you have any spells that renders him completely immobile, you know, like my sprite run, if you knock someone out, they lose the spells. That is a huge advantage.
We'd have to wait until tomorrow.
I can take
Yeah, well, we're not waiting until tomorrow, unfortunately.
Exactly.
I can take the man catcher if you think we can't kill him.
Now,
I'm not very good at
just
fighting.
whack him with your sword. Don't go nice with him
Yeah.
because he'll
Will
just
do.
kill us.
That's true.
I have Sprite Venom. It'll knock him unconscious if I get lucky, I guess. I don't know. You know, it's sleep. You know, magically induced sleep. You don't lose your spells through magically induced sleep. You have to be knocked unconscious.
Correct.
Okay.
Basically you have to be reduced
Beast him
to
up.
0 hit points.
All this we're going. I'm gonna take my squire and Beowulf with me as backup.
Okay. All right. So Ingritha comes along. Beowulf comes along, and you head to Bradel Faldric's shop. do you want to do this immediately, or do you want to wait until like evening when Faldrick might have
Immediately.
gone home for the night?
Maybe not doing things near Mr. Faldrick would be a good idea for us right
Let's wait
about
until
now.
Faldrick leaves, probably. Yeah.
This will be funny if Faldrick was in a nearby shot and a bullet rang out at me yesterday. I heard the company of the Broken Sword was just there.
No, what's going to have happened is the bullet that passed through Lafdul is going to have hit him.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah.
I think it's best to wait until Faldrick leaves so we don't add this to our record.
Well, I want to get him before it's time to prepare.
Well, then the rest
He
of the
knows we're onto him now.
I mean, you've already had, I mean, this is already somewhere between like 20 and 30 minutes later, just getting back, sharing the information, discussing what the plan is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, like,
How long has it been? Sorry, 25 minutes.
at least, minimum.
Do you think it's been 3 hours yet at this point for my polymorph?
Yeah, it probably has been 3 hours for your polymorph.
What is... I need to check the polymorph here. I think it's like 1d12 or something.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Oh.
trying to see how long Hularat will be able to fight.
Ooh, yay, everyone's so generous today. Alright, I'm at 43.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do want to wait until evening after Faldrick is likely to have gone home.
I want to, and I think Finn said that too.
Yeah, I
Depends
think that's the better idea.
You're casting your spell, so you have to go with your decision.
Okay.
Just to prevent him from getting tied up in any more of our business than we can.
Is it possible for us to get closer and for someone to keep watch to see when Faldrick goes away?
The problem is, when we travel as a group, we're going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Well, we've got our office that we can use as a forward operation base.
Well, it's not that close.
Our office is nowhere near.
I know, but it's closer than here, isn't it?
It's kind of 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Look,
We've got a load of taverns on Bral. I'm just forwarding an idea. You can say no. There's a number of taverns on Bral, so there might be a tavern fairly close.
There's several from the looks of it.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Finn? If we were to be reasonably close, do you think you could have a look to see if he's still around? I mean, he was disguised, yeah.
I mean, the Red Bull Tavern is right next door.
Yeah, we probably don't want to be right next door because we'd be seen going there.
Plus, I wouldn't go in.
All right. So
anyway.
like, if you're talking about Faldrick's place of business, his warehouse,
yeah.
The only way you would know whether he's there or not is to either get there before he leaves, watch him leave, or go up and knock on the door and say, "Hey, we'd like to talk to Mr. Faldrick."
Yeah. Yeah.
Finn has tracked him for a few times. He can make an estimated guess at what time he is likely to have gone home, assuming that things stay the same as when he was tracking him before.
All right. Well, then we can make an educated guess. Because we've never got unlucky with this guy before. He won't just happen to stay late and then get hit in the face by us.
All right. Finn, does that sound good?
Sure.
All right. Give me a wisdom check.
I was going to say that I could still pose as an urchin. And
that's true.
Okay. So
I get more jobs.
Finn gives you an educated guess as to what time you can be there, and he will have likely gone home if, things go the way that they have been in past days.
Okay. Then let's do it.
Now, before I cast a spell, nobody set his warehouse on fire.
I will not. I promise to not use the wall of fire inside the warehouse.
That would be terrible.
As we leave, or actually when we arrive to where Finn wants to cast his spell, Leva wants to cast 3 spells as well.
Wait. I mean,
Free wild surges.
yeah, it's a once per day wall of fire, so I do technically have wall of fire, but I'm not using it right now.
Don't
Oh, is
forget,
it?
there are very, very harsh punishments for setting
Harsh.
fire on Bral.
Basically death unless you can pay a ransom.
Okay, so what spells did you want to cast, Leva?
She will cast invisibility on herself. She will cast fly on herself, and she will cast a moment safeguarding.
Okay,
Any wild surges?
I'm rolling.
Okay.
Oh, this
well,
Lafdul.
while she does this, I'll cast protection from evil on the Finn, just in case.
Okay. So Leva casts those, Finn casts his tracking, Ockar casts protection from evil. Anything that you want to cast, Lafdul?
Lafdul's just looking for his spells. Alright. Because we're all staying together, so. Yeah, sure, I'll cast Primal Self. I'll just
Okay.
have it up and able to switch if I need to, so.
Okay. Alright, so, Finn, you
I'm
cast...
Still...
You're staying as
Sorry,
yourself.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
I'm wearing my braces. I'm not wearing my armor. So.
Okay. Alright, so Finn, you cast tracking, and you move towards the warehouse to make sure that you cross the path that you definitely saw Marzo cross before. And you do
Okay.
pick up his trail.
All right. Start following.
And you can tell that there are multiple, psychic tracks around this shop. And let's see, so, so you can pick up to 20 days old, right?
Yep.
Okay.
As they find out he's been there 20 days, one after the other.
He has definitely... It's hard to say whether he's been here every day, but you can definitely see that there are tracks at various periods going back 20 days. There are some very faint tracks that are definitely his. So he has been in and out and
You've been
around
doing this
here
a lot.
for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they're definitely going to both the front door and the back door.
Because he's been playing the urchin.
Hmm.
I guess we follow whichever trail you think is best.
No? Can I sense which one is the freshest?
Yeah, the freshest tracks are the ones that you you crossed today.
Mm-hmm.
And they are... it is coming from the direction of his house, his apartment.
Okay.
So, up that way. Do you want to follow those?
Yep.
Okay. So you do follow, you do make your way up to the apartments, and the same kind of thing. He has been in and out of this building multiple times. Not as often, but definitely going back 20 days. In the more recent couple days, he has been around, and you're pretty sure that the form that you saw the previous day was him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm switching to my ring regeneration, taking off ring of invisibility.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
there are going to be some tracks leading out of this area. What do you want to follow?
Yeah, go follow those.
Well, there's multiple ones. Do you want to go for the most recent? Do you want to go for the oldest?
Yeah, for most recent.
Most recent? Okay. So you do follow some tracks that lead to the High Magistrate, and you're pretty sure that that was the previous day that he followed from after the trial, heading back to Faldric's office and home on that day.
Oh, so he was in there with us.
Solas, do you have etherealness prepared today?
Solas isn't here.
Oh.
So I would say,
Rat
do you have
bastard.
your rod? I could use detect invisibility, but it's not here.
Like I said,
Crap.
it's Schrodinger's Solas. He's both here and not here.
Okay. I have a potion of gaseous form. One of us could try to.
Wait, he's gone in.
No, this is a trail from the previous day.
Yeah, so he's not in now.
Did the trail from today that led to the house? Did it seem like he went into
That was-
Balduric's house?
That was from earlier today.
Okay.
Okay.
But I didn't sense a trail from today leading away from the house.
You did, but that's the trail that you followed. Like you were backtracking essentially. So you were following the track. It becomes clear, sorry, that neither you nor Lafdul saw him follow Faldric from his house this morning, but he was there.
Okay.
Invisibly or something. Okay.
Or you
Yeah,
just
so
didn't
I'd-
notice him. I mean,
I'd
he
be
was...
looking to track which direction he was going after our little conflict.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
if you want to go back to the area of the warehouse and try to pick up that trail, you can do so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to let everybody know that Lever has one detect invisibility, just in case.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
How long's it last?
Uh,
A long time or
Interesting.
short time?
I remember it's rather short. Just a second.
And thinking about it, this guy
It's-
likes his fire spells. Finn's going to cast protection from fire on himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
It's a good-
5 rounds a level.
I will use.
So
I
what's that?
I think I have a fire protection potion. I don't.
Got a scroll of fire
Yeah.
protection, so
I'll have my potion of fire resistance ready in case we run into him.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll hand that off to Ankretha since she has a way to protect herself from a fireball.
Okay. I mean, you could also just tell her to keep out of the way and
Yeah,
stay
I'll
back
tell her
and
to
stuff.
keep out of the way with her bow ready.
Okay. All right. So you get back to the warehouse, and let's see. So this is going to last for 11 turns tracking, correct?
Yeah, 1 turn plus 1 turn per level. So
Okay. All right. So almost 2 hours. That's a pretty considerable amount of time. I just want to make sure that I had that. Okay. So you get back to the warehouse, and you do follow the route of him chasing Lafdul and then stopping to attack you, and that's when you flew away. And you pick up the trail from there, and he appears to have gone into the into an alley near here. So let's see, where's a good alley?
probably disappear.
So yeah, he would go down here, and then if you can see where I was pointing,
I
Yep.
miss which one you pinged on.
right here.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
And you lose the trail.
Yeah, he teleported, so
okay, he must have teleported from here.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go back to Feldric's house then, and see if I can catch any trails of him arriving at the house.
Okay.
That don't head towards his warehouse or wherever he works.
Right. So like this morning, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. You do pick up a trail, and you're gonna follow that, and it is going to lead you to Bellis's shop.
Today?
Yeah, from this morning.
Interesting.
Hmm.
He might
Very
still-
interesting.
Leva, give me a spellcraft check.
Moment.
So I have Sacred Guardian on Solas and Bellis if something happens to them. Like another 8 days.
Maybe Bellis's shop isn't the only shop he's got controlling.
Okay.
Wow.
So Leva, knowing this, knowing that he teleported away after leaving you guys,
Mhm.
there's a chance that he teleported in this morning from someplace, maybe the same place that he teleported to.
Mhm.
And with a normal teleport, you'd want to teleport into someplace that you're most familiar with.
Yes.
So to reduce the chances of any harm coming to you. So
I have an
Cellar.
idea. I have an
Cellar.
idea. I
That-
have an idea.
Let's let the old finish.
yeah.
Sorry.
So you can reasonably conclude, and you can share that with the party, that this is a possibility that he is using Bellis's shop for now, because Bellis is still at the temple. And he's using Bellis's shop as a teleportation destination to get in from wherever he is teleporting out to.
Yes.
Right.
Let's let us know.
That gives me a perfect idea. We'll camp out in the shop. And wait
Mm.
for him in the
Leva
morning to
could
ambush
actually,
him.
Leva could teleport us, some of us, into the shop.
I mean, can we get into the shop itself? Are we still not allowed to do that?
Now the Watcher guarding it.
Yeah, but we can get into that one room, and from there we can go into the shop.
The watch
I would
is
think.
still guarding it, yeah. The
But
back door is locked, the front door is boarded up.
would he not rather go down into the cellar rather than the shop?
Well, it's somewhere in there.
I mean, it looked rather, in
Okay.
quotes, cozy than in the cellar. So there was I would actually, no, me as the player would think that it's more the cellar rather than the shop itself.
Right. I mean, you can't get
Braxon.
in to follow a track, so you don't know whether he's going into one of the floors or he's and you don't see the trail like the trail appears in an alley near here, so it could, like, I didn't describe it well enough earlier. He's going to be familiar with the immediate environment around the shop, so he might be teleporting into an alley or something like that, or he might have even like teleport into the shop and then dimension door out or something like that. I mean, you're not sure
But
exactly what's going on.
Do I
But
sense multiple
Then we could the Leva could still teleport at least Finn with her into that room that we can not teleport, dimension door into that room, and then maybe Finn finds another trail.
We haven't confirmed the room yet, but maybe
could be.
we could.
But Finn, you had something to say?
Well, first off, a trail that's in that room isn't going to go very far.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
You
other
just-
ways out.
Well, he could go downstairs or into the shop.
What if we check his old home? This might not be the only place he's coming from.
Yeah.
Well,
He
first
would
off,
be.
Yeah, Finn?
do I sense multiple trails?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard to tell, like pick out individual trails around here because there's so many of his trails around here going
Do they
back
all
20 days.
originate in the same area?
Yeah, it's like if you could smell trails, like you wouldn't be able to. It's like his scent would just be all over it. You see that the psychic traces are just all over this area. He has been all over like this block in the last 20 days. It's really hard to
comes
pick
here
out
a lot,
individual trails.
We should probably go check out his old haunts in Shadowtown, but I have a thought that we stake out this area and ambush him when he shows up in the morning, since it seems like he shows up in the morning and then goes to Faldoric's.
Yeah,
I
but that's on a
suspect
normal day. Tomorrow it won't be a normal day for him. He
Why
doesn't
not?
know where we are because he doesn't know where we are.
Well, I mean, what do you mean?
he could be tracking us right now for all we know. I mean, well, I say that. I mean, he seemed like he knew his way around sneaking about. Like
Well,
he's
I
practiced
think
it
we
a
should.
1,000 times.
I mean, we should still at least try. He probably doesn't know that we can figure him out like this. I think we should still stake it out and see if he does show up or not.
Actually, Leva is casting detect invisibility.
Okay.
No matter what we do, she wants to know whether he's close by.
Okay. Give me a second.
You'd have to scan around though.
Yeah.
I mean,
After all, she's
you're
already.
like you're
Sorry?
here standing off to the side, conversing about this and discussing this as the So yeah, I mean, there's no real harm in casting that and scanning the area. So, all right,
Yep.
that is successful.
Good. It's 5 rounds per level.
Mhm.
So
Whatever variation you get.
I got a question for the spellcasters.
Uh,
Would you be able to use magic to confirm if there's a specific place inside Baldric's building that's being used as a teleport focus? Because he might be appearing in this alleyway, but if he's appearing in the building, is there anything we can do in the room that he teleports into that will trap him in the room?
Glyph of warding.
I know a spell, but it doesn't last too long.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a spell on on a scroll, crushing walls. He goes in the room, he gets crushed to death, but he might teleport out. So you put a glyph of warding up with silence 15-foot radius. So at the very least, if you can't ward his magic, but if he has contingency or he has potions or items, then you
Yeah.
still.
Well, ideally, we want
Let's
something that's
see.
not going to kill anyone in the watch or Bellis.
Yeah.
So that spell that I know. No, he could teleport out of it. Okay, never mind.
We don't have a dimensional anchor kind of spell.
I have it memorized.
But he needs
The
to cast it
problem
on
is-
him.
Yeah, the problem is you can't cast that on an area and have it last forever.
Put it on a glyph of warding. He triggers a glyph, it casts a spell on him.
Yeah, how long would that last?
A little while.
Well, the
At least
glyph would
like a
last
turn.
until it's triggered, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I mean is, if it's triggered, we're not necessarily going to
Dimensional
know.
Ank only lasts 1 turn plus a round at level, so 19 minutes.
So we'd need a
And
way
who's
to
to
know.
say he doesn't dispel it anyway, so.
Well, I'm remembering something. So last time we were here, it was early in the morning when we came in and fought the Yakman, right? I remember that he was in the cell down below. It is possible that his teleport point is the cell that he kept Bellis in.
Yeah.
We could put the dimensional anchor glyph of warding down there as a surprise if he always appears in the cell. And have some people on lookout and some people outside the building just in case.
Here's a slightly different question. What happens if we fill that room? If we confirm that room's where he's teleporting in, what happens if we fill that room up with junk? What happens if he teleports in and we filled it up with tables and bookshelves?
If there's a room that someone is familiar with, and you make it unfamiliar by rearranging all the furniture and everything like that, then it's no longer familiar, and they'll drop down onto the lower tiers of familiarity, which has a higher chance to go high or low.
Yeah, I'm more trying to make it so that if he teleports into the room, he teleports into the middle of a table.
Yeah, you can't telefrag people.
No.
That way.
I feel like our best option here would be to set up a trap in there, like the glyph of warding with dimensional anchor. And I think my theory is that the cell is where he shows up in, so it might be the best place to put that kind of
It
trap.
may not necessarily be the cell, it could be the library where he has all of his books.
It's possible, but when we saw him, he was in the cell. And it makes me wonder if that's where he teleports into.
How does
'Cause I'm
dimensional
wondering-
anchor work?
It prevents people from teleporting, going ethereal, any kind of outside of
thank
the
you.
prime material plane. It holds you in the dimension.
Because it makes me wonder why was he in the cell that early in the morning unless he just teleports into the cell every morning? We got there really early, so you would think that would be around the time he shows up is when we did that.
Right,
You know,
but
we went in there like very early in the morning.
think about what happened when you saw him in there.
He was just kind of
Sleep.
standing over Bellows.
No, he was sleeping, getting, rest.
Do we want to teleport down there to see if he's sleeping in the cell?
He's not gonna be down there.
We can check.
Yeah, it
I
won't
got
hurt. to-
polymorph in. I can just. I'll sneak in. Let me go through the windows.
Can you get through the wall?
I can get through something small enough. I'll cast telepathy on someone, and I'll go in and check it out.
The problem is the solid rock wall down there.
Now
Didn't we get rid of that?
it was changed, wasn't it?
No, it was opened with pass wall. It wasn't stone shaped. It would be back to normal by now.
Wait. When we came in the second time, it was all open. There was
Yeah,
no wall
someone-
anymore.
Someone did something to permanently open it.
There was a throughway, a corridor.
Well, he's still coming in through that way. We should check to see if he's still down there. So I guess Lafdul can go search.
Uh,
Yeah.
Can you still do your telepathy, Lafdul?
Yes, I have one left.
Yeah, well then make sure you can let one of us know if someone's in there with you so that we can come in.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. I wasn't planning on going down there, considering how well last time I went by myself.
So just a moment. If you go in and you say there's somebody down there, how are we going to get in? The watch is still there. They won't let us in if we ask nicely.
Braxon will make a doorway.
Huh?
At the end of the day, you just knock the guard out. Just don't kill him.
But
There's a
wait.
difference.
Leva, don't you have dimension door?
Yes, but that's not. A dimension door has a limit of how many people can go, and I'm just looking how many reduces I actually have. I have 2 reduces like yesterday. That's all of it. So that means 3 people.
You could take. Okay, Lafdul could go check. You can take Braxon and Finn with you. I can drink the potion of gaseous form and go in as a cloud.
I mean,
Is that visible?
Invisible is the best option I've got, and I weigh the heaviest in this group.
Okay. Not if I reduce you.
Even then, I'm probably the heaviest out of the 3.
I'm not planning on
3
fighting the
reduced options.
person. I'm not planning on fighting. I'm just confirming whether or not he's in there or not.
Yeah.
You do
The only
realize
reason
that if
I got caught is because I was stealing one of his daggers. That's the only reason I got caught.
Also, Finn cannot change forms right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
Anyway, if he realizes that you're there in the room with him, he may never return to that room again.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Well,
that's a
You
risk.
can't
we're
go
taking.
on I don't think, or I think, or maybe.
No, it's. I like
that
his
doesn't work.
plan. I like his plan. We should go with his plan. One thing I want to know though is what was the name of the guy from? Were they from the Watch or from the Bral Secret Service that told us we had to keep quiet about things?
it's a royalty, not Secret Service.
That was someone from the palace. You did not get a name. They did not give you a name, and they did not give you any details. But they said that this was an order from. You could consider it an order from Prince Andrew, and they said it in presence of the Watch, so it wasn't like a secret kind of thing.
Right. Okay. So I can't say to the Watch, go get this guy.
No. I mean, you could say go alert the palace. I mean, that might be an equivalent, but
So, just to propose one alternative first.
Yeah.
We know he's teleporting in and out of this area, so there's a pretty good chance he's not around.
Yeah.
And he's just using this as a point to land at.
Yeah.
Before my spell runs out, we could go check other areas to see if I pick up his trail.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. Yeah.
let's go to Cowtown. Let's see where he used to hang out. Let's see if you pick up any trails that have shown up in the last 20 days.
How long you got left on your spell, do you think, roughly?
How long has it been since we started?
it's probably been somewhere between half an hour and an hour. So you have
About another hour
Yeah.
left.
We have enough time to get down there, especially if I fly you there on Beowulf.
Yeah, I don't think you can
If
fly.
we're,
I don't.
if we're near Bellis' shop, we aren't that far from Showtown, are we?
not super far, no.
Then let's get going. We'll check out some of the old haunts where we went up against him last time when we were trying to track him down back when he sold his sister.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he would be, was familiar with some of those places. And we might pick something up again.
All right, so you head down to Showtown?
Yeah.
Okay. You do come across, and this includes as you're making your way over there. Do you want to, like, you can cut through places like here, or do you want to take the main roads, like go down, like, well, I guess it would be out to Hammer Street and then down to Eel Street and then down that way?
I'd say we cut through the alleys. That's probably the most likely route he picked if he's going around invisibly.
Yeah. Or
So
even
he
if he's
avoids
just
running into people in the
just
street.
trying to sneak around.
Okay. Finn, since you're kind of taking the lead, since you're looking for routes, use the measuring tool and just kind of give me a general direction of travel.
Right, where's the starting point here?
So you're up at Bellis' shop up here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. So
And it doesn't have to be precise, it could just be general.
all right, just
Hold it.
looking for the measuring tool because they've moved everything around on me now. There it is. All right, let's start with why don't we just cut through here
Okay.
to start?
Yeah, I mean that whole basically those two blocks, his trails are just all over there, kind of thing.
Yep. Okay. So
If you hold down left and right click, you can put bends.
Yeah.
I know.
But I'm also
right.
I'm looking for more a general thing because your goal is to get down to Showtown as opposed to like trying to follow one of his trails. But
Right.
you'd be keeping an eye out for any of his trails that pop up. So I'm more looking for the general way that you're going to go so that I can let you know what you see.
You know what? I think we'll cut through this way.
Okay.
Pop out over here. Is there enough alleyway to cut through like here?
Let me look
Kind
at
of go right by the shop
Let me look at a different map. Give me a second.
because it looks like there's two lines there, but I can't really say for sure.
Yeah, the way that that's made, it can be sometimes tough to determine whether. No, all of those buildings are
You can
pretty solid.
get through here.
Yeah, we'll go through here then,
Okay.
and maybe take a quick swing up near the shop just to.
Okay. Yeah, he has definitely been outside of your shop within the last 20 days, probably closer to a week ago. You'd say that that's probably around the time when you first got back to Bral.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does Levac feel or see anything with detect scrying and or detect invisibility?
Not right now.
Okay.
All right. Well, to continue on, I think we'll just cut through here.
Okay.
Yep.
cut across Deal Street and go this way over to the market.
Okay.
Leva.
He has been around the lesser market. Not super frequently. It's just like, it's probably 4 or 5 days in between times that he's been in there, and he hasn't been in the last, day or two.
Okay, then I think we'll just cut over to here and down into Showtown.
And just kind of wander around Showtown a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. The rest of the party can tell you that the first place that where he was staying was this one right here, this Orange 4.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll cut straight through to walk by that building and then work our way back through.
Okay. He has definitely been around Showtown proper, which is this area.
Yep.
Again, frequently, regularly, but not not necessarily daily. And you're not picking up anything from the last couple hours.
Okay. So hasn't been by recently, and though he is coming through here, he's not doing it very frequently.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the kind of thing that, someone who is of that culture, is going to be visiting the food places and shops that would sell things of their, of his interest kind of thing.
Stupid question,
Mhm.
Finn, but if you can find his trails in different districts, how many districts do you think we can get through to see whether he's been in them recently?
Well,
We might be able to work out where he's based.
It's roughly 2 hours every time I cast the spell.
Okay. Well, what do you think? Maybe we just randomly try different districts to see if there's one where he's been there a lot.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Did you say you hadn't been back recently, or like a few days ago?
Yeah, I mean, he has not been back there that you can tell in the last couple days.
Harold, with time
It goes 20 days back, so
with time pool, do you have to be exactly precise, or can you name an event as you believe it to happen?
You don't have to necessarily know the timing of the event, but you have to know that the event happened.
Well, let's see.
So time pool when he teleports into the basement.
So
Yeah,
the problem
well,
with that is that if he is teleported into the basement a dozen times, you do have to know which of the times that you want, and that's when you're looking at a precise thing.
We'll say teleports into the
Well, the
basement
tracking
this
then.
morning.
Why don't we see
Because
if
we have a good idea that he teleported from Bellis' shop, teleported into Bellis' shop or around Bellis' shop today. So we can time roll when he did that today.
Why don't we see if Finn can eliminate areas as areas where he might be sleeping?
So real fast regarding time pool. The king gets assassinated. Show me the king's assassination. That's a one event, a singular event. You do not need to know exactly when it happened, but you know it happened. Someone teleporting in it's the same as someone going up or down stairs. If they've gone up and down the stairs, you have to know that it happened, and that's when you need to be precise. And it's not just show me when he teleported in this morning. That's more you need to get a little bit more granular there, because if he teleported in before the sun came up, does a spell consider that morning? Is that still night? Did he teleport in the early afternoon? Did he teleport in at noon? I mean, that's when you're getting down to you need to know the precise element of it. So, if you knew he showed up at 9 a.m., then yeah, you could do that. But that's when you're getting down to, if you witnessed an event, then you could easily, even if it's an event that happens multiple times, but it's the one that you witnessed, you can easily time pool that. But you can't kind of use it to scan events and get to the proper one kind of thing.
And if we had that information that would make it so we could time pool it, we wouldn't really need to time pool it, would
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Unless you want
Let's
to
see if-
show someone else that it it happening and other events
Let's-
associated with it.
Let's see if we can figure out what district he's sleeping in.
Okay, you do have at least a half an hour left on the spell if you want to like kind of go along the
if
main
Finn's up
roads
for
and
that.
stuff.
If you're up for that, Finn. It's
Ben?
your spell.
I think you might be muted.
Yeah, it helps if I turn the mic on, doesn't it?
It does.
So for the duration of the spell, we've only got half an hour left, so probably just head down through this way. Through main streets and just see if I pick anything up.
Okay. So in between Showtown and the area that Faldric's office is in, his warehouse is in, you do come across some trails. Nothing in the last, like day. You're definitely getting the impression that this is just the kind of thing that's someone running errands would do. Again, that he was, like, at this point you can conclude that he was masquerading as some of the urchins that Faldric was using. So he probably had to keep his cover up by actually running some errands.
Yeah.
So you can see that, like, his trail goes into a shop here or there kind of thing.
Okay.
But you're not seeing anything in the last day between Showtown and Faldric's office, that area.
Okay. Well, if I'm not picking up anything current and I'm not picking up anything frequent, probably just casual passing is all I'm picking up. So
Yeah, he's got to be sleeping somewhere, hasn't he? He needs to rest and prepare
There's
his spell.
there's quite a lot of inns in town, so I mean, he could be sleeping in the Bral or the underside for all we know.
It could be, yeah.
yeah, if he's teleporting in, he could be from anywhere.
In this sphere.
And the last
Maybe
you
a
saw
small-
of him, he was jettisoned.
Yeah, so he might. Well, we assumed he was. Yeah,
If
he
he-
was dead.
If he was jettisoned and he wasn't dead,
Oh, you get a teleport.
and
out,
he
wouldn't
knows how to teleport, he might have had the ability to survive
Contingency.
being jettisoned. Yeah.
I mean, if you had a contingency, Fallen can't just teleport,
Okay, well, just continue in that general direction until the spell runs out then.
Okay.
Yeah. There's not
Yeah,
much
other than
we can do.
the, like, he has been around there. He has been, up towards the, like, you do come across his trail that you know about from the last day, this day and the previous day.
Probably his trail heading towards Faldric's residence there.
Yeah.
So. Okay. Was he going down the main streets or was he going through alleys?
Well,
Or a little of both?
some of the paths are definitely following the routes that Faldric takes. And Faldric does tend to take the alleys because it is faster. And he swings by some of the, little merchants and shops along the way for food, lunch, dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner, that kind of thing. And over the last, the prior day and this day, Maruzzo was definitely following him.
All right.
Older than
Well,
that,
we've
and the trails are more mixed.
Yeah. Well, we've gained some information.
Yeah.
We don't know exactly where he is right now, so I vote we return to the ship and make plans.
Yeah,
I'm thinking we stake out the shop again tomorrow.
good call. Yeah.
I have a thought that we should rest and go to the shop as early as possible and stake it out to try to catch him as he shows up.
Well, I'll just point out that there's 2 of us that can do that without being noticed. Well,
Yeah.
probably 3.
Well, the wizards can technically
Well, I
do that
meant
as well. So
I meant Bellis' shot, but yeah, the rest of us could be at a distance and ready to come in when Lafdul gives us a notification with telepathy.
I mean, I still have telepathy up now, and I still have polymorph up. We could still rule
Well,
out if he's even in there.
Telepathy would have
Do you want to
expired
go
by
in
now.
there?
No, I have another spell cast.
Oh, you have it ready to cast. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I had to memorize.
Well, if you want to go down there and check to see if he's actively in there, we could do that before we go back to plan.
Let's
Just
do
be
that.
careful.
Yeah, that's why I got telepathy up. So
Let's do that.
if my telepathy suddenly breaks, it's because I'm either dead or no longer in this dimension. Then you know,
It's
do
worth.
what you think's best.
It's worth finding out.
I mean, if it breaks, we're probably going down there after you.
We would, yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, who's to say the guard isn't charmed anyway? It's a relatively trivial thing
It's
to
like
do.
one of those things. If telepathy breaks, we're probably going to go rescue you.
All right. So, Lafdul, who do you want to cast telepathy upon when you get back to Bellis' shop?
I'll take it.
I would rather it be on Leva because Leva's the fastest one to react.
Okay.
You can literally teleport to me, grab someone, teleport, and in. By the time you relay that information, it's another round's gone by.
True.
So I cast it on the Leva.
Okay.
So, but Leva says to the others, sort of bunch around me because if he needs help, then he needs help now,
I'll
and
stay
not.
close.
Mm-hmm.
Should we all grab lever?
Leva can,
Or
if
does she
Leva
grab us?
teleports, she can only
Let's just say
teleport
this.
with the people that she is touching, like, that she is touching, not who is touching her.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
Yes,
just-
but she
yeah,
also has to first reduce them because otherwise she won't be able to even take 2 of them.
Right,
Okay.
but if you reduce, then you're looking at 2 minutes before you can react to what
Unless
Yeah.
you
Lafdul says.
preemptively reduce them.
No,
I'll just
because
No.
it
use
doesn't last
blast.
long enough. It doesn't last long
Alright.
enough.
Take
I mean,
in.
I'm not
Take-
planning on getting into a fight. I'm trying my damnedest not to get into a fight.
I'll have
Level.
my,
Okay.
I'll have my
Let us
potion
know.
of gaseous form on the ready.
Okay, what are you
I mean-
going to polymorph into, Lafdul?
Something that can go through boarded windows, like a songbird or something.
Can you transform into an ant?
Or no,
No, you
not
can't get that small.
Like a mouse or something.
Okay.
Once I'm on the ledge.
All right. You could fly over to it as a bird and then turn into a mouse.
Yeah, and squeeze through something.
Okay.
Or
Give me an intelligence check to see if you can find a way in.
Do you have a reroll?
No, you
Nope.
used his.
I failed by 1, so I cannot.
Okay.
Can I sneak through the front door? I mean, yes, it's boarded up, but underneath the front door.
Okay, so looking for someplace a little bit more to like the sides, like a loose board or something. You do not find that, so you move around to the front door. Probably turn into a bird to fly over there. And let me see if you can squeeze under that.
I can reduce myself
Yes, you can.
if I cannot. Alright.
Yes, you can. So you can squeeze under the front door, and you make your way back to the secret doors.
When I'm partway down the stairs, I'm going to resume my form and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm just gonna move silently down.
Okay, what is your score?
Silently with my braces, it is 95.
Okay. So you begin to move down slowly and quietly after casting your spell. You get to the bottom of the stairs and the narrow chamber. It is still open at the end where the pass wall was cast, where the stone wall was magical. And you want to sneak in through there?
I'm scanning for any magical effects before I go in.
Yeah, right now it's
You
just the
never know.
magical lights that are detecting as magical.
Alright, I will... Yeah, I'll swap my ring of regeneration for ring of invisibility, and I will make myself invisible.
Okay. Okay.
Then I will continue to move silently, but I don't have to worry about being seen so much.
Okay.
So I'll just...
You peek around the corner, and you're not seeing anything. You've got the, you know, the cross corridor with the door. The door is still open.
I will listen for any noise.
Okay.
60.
All right, you're not hearing anything right now.
I go into the next area, you know.
Pass
where we
through the
had
door
big fight.
into the.
With all the beds.
Right.
Just look around in there.
Okay.
Listen again.
All right.
Any telltale signs of afterwards with detect magic?
You are not seeing anything obvious. You're not hearing anything. It is quiet, like deathly quiet, and you're not detecting any new magic.
Alright, I'll go over to his bed area, see if he's anything there.
In the cells? In the cell?
Yeah, just outside the cells, just scanning and listening to see if I hear anything. I'm being as quiet as I can, but
Yeah.
obviously this takes time.
You are not seeing anything in there. You're not hearing anything in there.
Alright, go to the bedrooms. I didn't check the kitchen. I'm not going to check the kitchen.
The
I mean,
long
it's just...
the bedroom with the 4 beds?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You are still not hearing anything, and you're not seeing anything in there?
Nothing magical.
Nothing
towards
new.
The end. Yeah. And last place in the library, I'm not going to do a full check. That's just the general area, the main areas.
Okay. All right. You're not hearing anything, and you are not seeing anything. You're not detecting anything new magic.
Alright, I'm not doing that complete and utter search, but if anything was in there, I might would have picked it up with detect magic, or at least I'm going to presume so. So I'm going to head out.
Okay.
And tell the party I don't see him in there, but I didn't do a complete search, but I did a reasonable search. I obviously relayed the rooms that I went into.
I mean, like, you can one thing that you can kind of conclude is that if there was someone down there who didn't think that they were at risk of being spotted, caught, found, you know, they wouldn't have been like they would have had to know that you were coming down there in the first place for them to hide, kind of thing. Like you definitely looked around everywhere. You obviously didn't search everything, but of course there was a lot that got burnt a while back. But like
I've got a limited duration of my spell, and I'm also moving silent, so my walk speed's slow.
yeah, but at the same time, like if you had come down there and there was someone around who was just, you know, whether they were sleeping or just going about, you know, whatever their normal duties would be, if they didn't know that you were coming, you would have spotted them for sure. You would have heard them or seen them or something, or detected some magic if they were invisible. But again, like, why would they be invisible if they weren't thinking that they would be caught?
No, I go upstairs.
So they would have had to have known that you were coming if they were to keep themselves hidden from you.
No, I realize that it seems empty as far as I can tell. You know, with the search that I've done, and I'll head up to the shop level.
Okay.
How many people were there? People inside the shop?
No. Not that you.
So
Not
like
that
all
you're
lights are out, etc.,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
I'll look upstairs. I'll be quiet. And
Okay.
sneak upstairs. See if it's obviously my detect magic will run out, but
No, the only thing that is different is that all of the gems that were in Bellis's safe room They are gone,
Mhm.
but you know that like Bellis arranged with the guards to put them someplace safe while he is recuperating.
Yeah, that's fine. I just checked to see if there's no like stowaways inside any of the rooms. So I checked the rooms, and I'm gonna
Yep.
find my way out.
Let me go ahead and do some rolls.
Can I?
Okay, you do not hear anything on those other on those other floors that you are definitely coming from inside the house as opposed to outside.
Those windows in the upper levels are boarded up, right?
No, the windows are not.
Could I leave them ever so slightly open, a tiny crack?
You can try, yeah.
Enough for someone that's poly. Well, actually, that would also give him a way out. Actually, I relay that to Leva for the party to decide. Should I leave the windows ever so slightly open for someone to polymorph that's able to get in relatively easy?
Oh, she passes that on to the others.
Yeah, if we know which window it is, then we know which window to go for.
And
Well, it's for
the bit about leaving him a way out, I don't think matters because it's obvious he already has a way out.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's just easier for us to get in rather than the front door.
Is there one that's not obvious?
Just one of
There's
the
a window on the
windows, I
back
guess.
alley, yeah.
Yeah.
Then maybe
we-
that one.
Can we get to any of those from neighbouring buildings or anything?
I mean, you
Well,
could
the
do it on
idea
the third
is-
floor.
Yeah.
How easily you could get to it depends on your personal skills or magic at the time.
Yeah. Like landing on the roof with a fly is Braxton's personal skills.
I was more concerned with just giving Finn an easy access in, so if he must do tracking again. So
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, so you open one of the windows just a hair.
yeah, enough for me to also get out.
Okay.
Polymorph myself out and just fly out.
Okay.
You're assuming that Finn has to go in as a hare.
Well, you can take whatever form he wants. It doesn't have to be a rabbit.
I'm not even dignifying that. Okay, so you return to the party.
Yep. I'd say the coast is clear. Obviously, the shop's been cleaned out. Head back
Good
to
work.
the ship, I guess.
Yeah, great work, both of you. I think we have a method to try and track him down every day now.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we can think of something better, we'll do something better. But like, this seems like a good way to chase after him.
That Whisper Ward spell, Finn, could be quite useful, do you think? Because it would just literally let us know when he's gone through any grass. We could set some of those up in some places. I mean, yeah, it might be anybody, but
You could do that.
I think I can specifically target that.
can you? I mean,
Let me go read it real quick.
taught me that spell as well. So
Well, if he's teleporting inside the building, then one inside the building would.
yeah, but he's gonna like go through a form of portal or egress of one of the doorways you put it
Yeah,
on, and then you
I
would
could-
know he's in there
Yeah,
or someone's in there.
I can set that for when a certain individual enters the area or opens a door or something like that.
Because that would give us specific information, which is what we need.
I am inclined to
Ooh.
say that it can be fooled by something like a polymorph. As an
Yeah.
example.
It's a
Let me
high
go.
level
Let me go
spell,
double
so
check
yeah.
because it says like the magic mouth spell. So let me go see if that specifically says if it can or cannot be fooled.
But like, if he's teleporting into the basement and we shut the door, whoever comes up to that door has to open the door. And if we get a false positive because the guard's gone in there, then that's not the end of the world.
Okay,
I mean, just-
so real fast. So it is only visual and audio triggers. So yes, it would be fooled by a polymorph.
Okay, so I'd have to set it generally then.
Well, no, you can set it specifically, but if you say that you only want it to be triggered by Marutso, and you'd need to describe him. Like it something as simple as like it's going to be a little bit iffy, but you would need to come up with a reason. If he has no, if he's not doing any disguises to himself when he teleports in, then it would be triggered. But if he is doing some magical disguises in particular, and other disguises are going to be a little bit iffy depending on how you decide to key it in. Like if he's polymorphed or if he has a hat of a disguise on, then it would be fooled.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you can think of something that would get around that. That is audio or visual.
You could put up a generic one on the stairway and a more specific one up the, what do you want to call it? The prison cell, wherever our most likely place is.
Yeah.
I could put one up, you put one up.
Well, we could put up multiple.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's either an area or a closure. So window, door, something like that.
Or area, so room.
Right. But I mean, like, you could put up and you could put up multiple ones that kind of overlap. Like, you could put one on the room, and then you could put one on all the doorways and windows out of the room. Like, I mean, one each on the doors and windows.
Mm-hmm. At least we know. Well, actually, we wouldn't necessarily know which one he's gone for.
Right, but it's kind of like you could put something on the windows that's just like, let me know if anyone passes through the window, because people generally shouldn't be passing through the windows. And then for the room, you could say Marutso, kind of thing,
All right.
Could I trigger that on if somebody teleports into the room?
Yes and no. It would be more like if someone appears, so it would be any form of sudden appearance, including, like, invisibility dropping. But since it would be audio and visual, if they're invisible and they teleport in, it wouldn't get triggered.
Teleporting
But
doesn't make a pop?
Yeah, say there's an audible pop with a teleport.
It is, but, like, it is hard to, like, I mean, you could try it. I mean, like, it's all about how you choose to describe it. But other sorts of pops might also trigger it in that case. You can't say the pop from a teleport, because it's not quite that specific.
Okay. No. Neither here nor there for now, because I don't have the spell memorized.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, neither do I. So that'll be the next day anyway.
I think our best plan for now is stake out Felderic again tomorrow and see if he's continues following him or not. Or if we've scared him off.
Problem is, the only way for us to see him is with true seeing, and that's it doesn't last very long. But you need to have an idea that he is there in the first place.
Leva could come with you, being invisible and flying, and she has detect invisibility as well. So I think by now she has a 1/2 spell.
Well,
I'm not saying
it's not that he's been invisible, it's that he's been
appearing
sneaky.
as someone else.
Yes. So
when
she I think she has. I'd have to check it up, but I think she has 1 true seeing or two true seeing yet.
When Ockar grabbed him, he had an illusion rather than a polymorph, because he said the spell changed his appearance back to his original form, right, Old?
Yeah, it was an illusion of some sort.
And
the other thing Leva could do is, if we see him, she could teleport back to the others and come back with 2 or 3 of them.
You could always try force teleport. Does it have to be a willing target?
I think they'd get a saving throw if you try to teleport with someone who does not want to be teleported.
Probably. Would be weird if not. But I
Yeah.
didn't intend to take him and teleport away with him. I actually more thought of teleporting to the others and come back with the others.
I mean, if you can't get everyone involved in a thing quickly, keep that in mind. That like that's going to alter in a lot of ways what you can and can't do.
Mm-hmm.
We, as a party decision, obviously Ockar's told the requesting a meeting of some kind.
At some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Did you allude to the fact that it's only if we can cast a spell or just a generic meeting?
I told them that we could cast a spell that would allow us to speak with the dead, and we could use that to
So I
learn
would
about what
also,
the Yakmen were up to and about who they're associated with.
if you kept it generic, we could. Well, obviously, we could always make that offer. They previously had made that offer, but it would also tell them that we believe, like, the person who's responsible for the Yakmen is also going into the High Magistrate to perpetrate our problem, and it's going to complicate things.
Well, I didn't know that at the time, and I went with what was
Yeah.
what I
Well-
had the ability to do.
We can go back to our contact at the magistrate and see if we can have a meeting. And we don't have to say interrupt him, wake him up.
Yeah, it's just an addendum.
Yeah.
If he doesn't want the spells casting, we can still just have a generic conversation.
Well,
Say, like, new information has come to us.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's pertinent to the Yakmen.
yeah, we
Do
can
you mind
pass
if
on,
we could meet up at some point?
we can pass on the new information.
We should
So-
probably do that before we
Yeah.
come back to our ship.
Yeah, let's.
Make sure that this is done because it's something important. So
Anyone got any objections to that?
No?
Okay, let's do that then.
never know. We might have an encounter along the road.
So you're heading up to the palace.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we could do the palace. I was going to do the magistrates, but
Oh, the
palace
magistrate.
too.
Okay. Well, I mean, at this
Well, the
point, it's the
palace-
evening. The magistrate's closed.
Yeah, we'll go
Okay.
to the palace because we're telling the diplomat, the royal correspondent, chancellor, whatever you want to call it, person that we need to talk to them because it obviously pertains to the Yakmen.
Yeah.
This person's behind it. We think he might be influencing the High Magistrate
I'm just not
because
sure if we'll be
obviously, because
I
we tracked him going into the High Magistrate.
Well,
I'm just not
Finn
sure if
did.
we'll get what kind of response we'll get because I've already been there once today. They might
Yeah,
not.
we're just adding
That's
more
fine.
information.
that's fine. We'll just tell them we got extra
Okay.
information.
So
that's
right,
just-
but so keep in mind that your hearing was technically public.
Yeah,
There's no law against him going in there.
Yeah.
but he is the person responsible, or at least we believe, for the Yakmen.
I don't think we should say he's influencing the magistrate because we don't have confirmation of that.
All right, we could say we
But-
might have concerns that he could be
but-
somehow.
But I think we can say that he's tracking the person who's
Suing us.
Falderic. We can say that he's tracking Falderic, and he seems to be hanging around the court, and we think he's and a representative from Prince Andrew's retinue's already said that this guy's a danger to Bral. Yeah.
You're gonna need to present some sort of proof.
Okay.
I think our best bet right now is to stake out Bellis' shop and see if anything shows up.
Okay. Fair enough.
Mm.
Okay,
And-
how do you want to stake it out? Like stake it out with a single person who just watches and observes and reports back, or what?
Oh, first off, let me jump in and say I don't know that we really need true seeing other than to confirm that it's him, but we have a behavior pattern
Yeah.
to go on.
Yeah.
I mean, are there any like buildings nearby that are not being used that overlook where the shop is?
No, there unless there's a building that's like under construction or something like that. There are basically no abandoned buildings in Brawl. Real estate is far too valuable. Anyone who loses out on a lease or something like that, that building it goes to someone else real fast.
Yeah.
The standard waiting list to get property, like to rent property, and not like get a room in a boarding house or something like that, but to rent property for yourself, like to run a shop or just have a rented home for yourself, is 18 months. So if one of those opened up, it would be like immediately people would be leaping to get access to it, kind of thing.
So I don't see any named buildings there. There's 2 named buildings in streets, a couple of streets away. So I don't think there's a pub opposite.
Not a major one. I mean, there's little pop-up pubs that tend to go under. They're around for like 6 months and then they go under because they just can't.
I think you'd effectively have to go to someone that owns one of the buildings opposite and give them a bribe to let us stay upstairs in their place. I think it might be worth us just sleeping as normal. He doesn't know we can do this. Yeah.
Is there an inn nearby?
I'm more comfortable sleeping on a ship.
Yeah, I think we should stay
on
up.
a ship.
No.
Fully guarded.
I think I think that's a bad idea. I think we should stay in an inn nearby so we can take shift, like watching the place.
Yeah, but we would have to obtain access to a building on the opposite side of the street in order to keep watch.
Can we watch from an alleyway nearby?
So you're basically talking about people staying up all night and hanging around in an alleyway where the watcher's going to ask them, what are you doing? Yeah? Someone like Lafdul was good at sneaking around. The rest of us aren't. And he is going to work out who we are, that we're standing there.
I guess, but there's
no
other way.
May I also point out that he's been following Feldrick around, so until Feldrick goes into work, there's not much point.
Yeah. What Finn did before worked, right? Now, if he hasn't worked out that Finn can track him, he will carry on trying to do what he's trying to do. Yeah. And
taking more precautions now.
He would take more precautions, but he's got a plan to do stuff. We don't know exactly what he's trying to do, but we know this lawsuit is him. Yeah.
It would confirm whether or not he needs to do something, whether or not he has to do it the next day. That would tell us that he has to do something daily.
Yeah, maybe if we keep him away from Feldrick for the day, Feldrick wakes up.
Wow. Yeah.
But the bottom line is what we did today worked. If we keep doing it, we'll be able to track him in the street at a time when we've all had a sleep, when everyone's had time to prepare all their spells, and we can go in and try and take him out.
Finn, can you give me an intelligence check, please? Okay. So based on your observations of him, the previous day, now knowing that was him, and today, he wasn't following Feldrick just to follow Feldrick. He was definitely watching to see if other people were following Feldrick too.
Yeah, and plus the fact that he has seen you transform into a flying creature, he's going to be looking at every bird, everything that's not a human now. He knows to look out for that.
So he doesn't want us to follow Feldrick.
You think he's relaying the information to Feldrick, hey, you were followed, it was accompanying the broken sword. That's another charge. Blah, blah, blah.
Or as
Stalking.
I posited earlier in the chat, Maybe he's trying to catch us near Felderic so he can make something happen.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
So we basically want to get him when he's not too close to Felderic.
So, like, when he, like, leaves Balderic's place for a bit? Because he seems to leave it sometimes. We could try to ambush him when he leaves Balderic's office.
Well, he's been following Felderic home and then leaving, so...
yeah.
Well, like, when he leaves Balderic's home, we could ambush him. If you guys have, like, a way of sending us a message, or maybe the lot of us could wait near Falderic's place at somewhere nearby, and
There's-
then if you've got telepathy going with Lafdul or something, when
There-
Marsudo leaves Falderic's place, we can go and ambush him.
the places where we can hang out, there's going to be taverns fairly close to where Felderic works and fairly close to where he lives.
Seems like there's one right across the street from where he lives, actually.
Yeah, and if he eats there, we probably don't want to be there when he's going in there.
Well, I figured one that might be the best place to wait when he gets home, and so that we can most easily, like, ambush the kid.
Yeah, but if our friend wants to do something that kills Felderic while we're there, we don't want to be in a position where
How do we know he was going to kill Falderic?
We don't know. Finn said that he could do something so that we get the blame, right? So I'm extrapolating from what Finn said. So worst case scenario, he wants to kill Felderic and we get done for murder, right? So if we work back from there, if we make sure we're not too close to Felderic, then he can't harm Felderic while we're there because we won't be there, yeah? Apart from the sneaky people who he won't be able to see.
You might be overthinking that bit. He might just be working with Falderic.
Well, the bottom line is
brainwashing him.
The bottom line is I'm a clunky person, yeah, and I will be spotted by Falderic. So I need to not be within sight of Falderic, but I need to be within 1 or 2 minutes away. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be down to.
Well, wait. Where does Falderic live?
B3 here, down here.
Yeah, B3.
B3, not how. And what? Then what's House Falderic?
B2.
But what is that?
That's the warehouse. House means a trading house.
Okay, so
Like a trading
B3,
roster.
and
We're
so
along the
there's-
park line.
there's one tavern there. There's also the market. We could hang out in the market and wait for
Yeah.
a signal.
Yeah, certainly.
We hang out in the Great Market, wait for a signal, and then head in.
Yeah, there's plenty of places we can hang out. Yeah.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is our sneaky people are going to be the people that do this, and we need to be available within 1 or 2 minutes.
That was the idea. We either hang out in the tavern nearest place, or we hang out in the Great Market. We wait for a signal from Lafdul or Finn, and we follow their directions to ambush the kid.
Yeah.
And when we do that, Lafdul can open up with a dimensional anchor on the kid.
Yeah. I don't know where the lever would be going because sometimes she does sneaky stuff.
I mean, Solas can also cast Dimension Anchor, providing he's with us next week.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Silly question to Lever. If you put
Mhm.
Tayin with someone, can Tayin relay you a message?
But you can relay emotions.
Okay.
Speak with animals, he probably could. Or gift of speech from me or the other clerics. You know, priests, whatever.
Yeah, but we're talking about Tayin with one of you passing on the message to Lever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Okay. Well, I'm not telling people what to do, but if Tayin was with Finn and Finn spoke to Tayin, or like did that
Yeah,
magic
but
stuff,
then
can
Finn
can
can't
he?
change. Then Finn can't change into something else.
I know. I'm just postulating possibilities.
Yeah, Tayin
Yeah.
can't fly, so
Okay.
Well, he can once.
That would be bad for. It'd be bad for Leva.
That's not flying. That is
Does-
falling with style.
I mean, at
does
the same
bouncing
time,
count?
Finn
but at
Finn
least
could
it's
turn
with
into a
style,
hawk and carry him.
Yeah. I'm just
But-
wondering. Yeah, I'm sure that will go down well.
How long does your
Well,
gift of
hold
speech
on.
last?
What are you getting at, Braxon?
I'm wondering if Finn can ask Tayin to tell Lever to get in, to come now.
So, not really, because the only thing transmitted between the bond is emotions.
Okay.
Couldn't Finn pass on stress?
He could try. He could
He
try
could
to
give-
indicate to Tayin to to have like fear.
Be excited or something.
Or something
I
like
mean,
that.
I
strong
could
emotion.
change into a hawk and start chasing him around.
Then we don't
Like I'm
need
trying
Finn
to,
at
like
all.
I'm trying to eat him.
Then we
Could
don't
like-
need Finn. Then we don't need Tayin at all, because
could
then you just
Lafdul-
fly
could
across to us.
Wait, I have an idea. Could Lafdul have like Tayin in his pocket, and when he needs signal us, he just kind of like squeezes him a bit?
Wow, I'm not cruel to animals.
Yeah, keep in mind that this is
I
an
actually
animal.
like
You don't
Tayin.
really want you don't want him to actually feel real
Terrified
stress,
of me.
real
But
pain,
wait,
real
wait.
kind of thing.
Wait a moment.
have a way.
Let's Finn has an idea. Hold on.
I can use the
Okay.
messenger spell.
Okay. What does that do exactly?
Any animal that I targeted on will go and deliver a message for me to someone
Can you
Okay.
use that other familiar?
of my choice.
All right.
It's
That's
not
all
going to be. It's not going to be the person who thinks squeezing animals is a good idea.
I'm not sure if that would work on a familiar, but there are other animals around.
Yeah.
I could just use a rat.
Yeah.
Sounds
Might
good.
take a while for a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're Gullions around as well. So
Sounds
As long as
Pigeons,
it's not,
come on,
as long as it's not a crow.
the
I'm
most
fine with it.
common bird on Bral is going to be a Gullion.
It sounds like we have the elements of a plan.
Uh-huh.
And if Lafdul and Finn tracking find that he doesn't turn up, then he doesn't turn up. But it sounds like we have a way to be nearby, but not too near.
Mhm.
And don't forget, you got your whistles. So once we get close, you can blow signal whistles to say where he's going. Unless you're turned into a bird or something, in which case, obviously, you can't.
He screech as a bird pretty loudly.
Yeah.
Caw, caw.
So you will need to choose what you want before you cast it, because you need a little bit of food for it.
Yeah. And I'd probably want to have the message. I'll just send a certain color of cloth as the message.
If it's a red, instead of red cloth, that's how we know it's you.
Oh,
Yep.
no. It'd be a symbolic empowerment with the color.
I mean, you've got a week to think about it. So
Yeah.
If a
not
bird
just
comes
like
up-
it doesn't even just have to be the cloth. You can think about whether you have some
Yeah.
pre-written
Using-
notes too.
Yeah. Using a Gullion's probably the best because they could probably get there the fastest.
Okay.
Yeah, and if a Gullion comes up and starts
As long as it
flapping
counts
its
as a
arms,
tiny size creature.
if a Gullion starts flapping its wings at us, we know we need to go. We don't need to have a
It just sees you
conversation.
as a toilet. One of the two.
Yeah, please
But-
don't.
But what about a swallow? Wouldn't that have a great airspeed velocity? I guess it would be laden.
Yeah, it would be laden. Yeah, it wouldn't be unladen. Okay, so
But would it be African or European?
it would be
Well,
Brawling.
that depends on if it can carry a coconut.
All right, so you guys head back to your ship to get some rest, prepare, and there is a note waiting for you from the palace that you should be there at 10 a.m. the next day sharp, so that you can conduct your interrogation of the corpses.
Oh, we got permission. Oh, that's going to burn him through my 3rd level spells so much.
Oh yeah.
Because that's
little
also
fake.
where my telepathy, unless other people do it.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, this is why you let the Paladin make the appointment.
I gotta throw wrenches into the works, you know.
Yeah. So can we talk to the dead people and also do this?
I think
Well,
so.
I got
Yeah.
5 3rd level spells, so if they're 4 corpses, I have 4
Also-
spells to speak with dead and
also,
1
Braxon-
telepathy.
Braxon, technically, we have another 3 to 4 days before the court trial. We got time.
I know.
Ah, dear.
Okay, so
I'm happy now.
XP.
XP?
Yep. Braxon and Leva, that'll be 500 XP.
Okay.
Ockar and Finn, that'll be 600 XP. And Lafdul, 500 XP plus 500 for your thief. Because you did succeed in pickpocketing, and you got a fairly valuable item.
Oh, if you claim the item, you get its GP worth.
Well, so yeah, I mean, right now,
it's party.
right now I'm doing
it's technically mine, but it's party.
So right,
kind of,
but
yeah.
so which is why you didn't get the gold piece value for it. You got XP for succeeding in using a skill that advanced the your party goals. So that's what it was.
Sorry,
Okay.
well, I have 500 plus the 500 for the thief.
Yeah, 500 for the thief.
Okay.
Okay.
I really enjoyed the sneaky stuff today, especially Finn and Lafdul figuring out stuff.
I didn't. I was stressed.
I could tell you was a bit stressed, but like for me, it's always we need to work out how do we track down the bad guy so that I can punch them in the face.
I had like a billion choices. I could have opened a fight out between us. We might have died, but he would have been exposed. Which ultimately doesn't work out very well for us for dead.
I wonder when we'll find a holy hand grenade.
Never. All right. I want to thank you guys.
We'll never be able to defeat the evil rabbit.
No. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank everyone out there for watching. I really do appreciate it. And we will be back next week. We'll see what plan the party comes up with. See you then, everyone.
Thanks for the game.
Thanks for the game. Take care, everyone.
Thanks for having us.